Hello everybody, it's Professor Hall, and all of the single source essays have been graded, and everybody's doing splendidly. And I wanted to remind you that the formal proposal you've been working on is due this Sunday by midnight, followed by spring break. So we want to get this proposal in and completed by the time you get ready to leave for whatever wonderful thing you're going to do for spring break. Let's look over this proposal real quickly. I've gone to the left menu tab to course assignments, and I see the topic proposal for the multiple source essay. Let's look at that real quickly together. First thing you did was lock your topic, which you did. Remember, you can change your mind, but the proposal is due. If you have not changed your mind up to the 3 times, and it looks like everybody's pretty set on their topics. That was the list of topics. This is a tutorial on how to narrow your focus into your narrowed topic, and this is some information about that process. This is all information about how to present your proposal. These are the types of argument essays that are available to you. And this is a PDF of format instructions. Let's look at that PDF together. Here is your check sheet. And the information here, of course, and the word count needs to be important here as well. And you'll just follow this exact format. And don't use my words. Of course, you'll take this out and write your own words. But you may go ahead and use that outline if you like to present your proposal using an outline. That's fine. Not for essays, but for this proposal, you can organize it this way. So these are all the information specifics for that. The working bibliography needs to include the 3 resources and research methods that you plan to use. And even if it's under construction, you can still go to EasyBib and you can type that into the field by manually creating a citation that says research, study, or wherever you plan to do. If you're going to do an interview, you can put that in Works Cited and leave out the date, since you don't know exactly when that interview will be presented. But you want to include the most detailed MLA bibliography that you possibly can that indicates where you're going to be getting your information. And here's something that I've sort of put down as a possibility, just as an example. You can look that over. Of course, you can't use that information, but you can do that. So that example is there to help you. Remember, this topic proposal is due Sunday by midnight, and then off you go to spring break. So the office will be closed all of the following week, and I will be grading your proposals certainly during that time, so you're free, of course, to check back in the course and get the notes on your proposal. And then you'll be off and running with the multiple source essay. So I am very proud of the discussion boards that have taken place up to now, and I'm excited about the topics that you've chosen. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to read about this. And make sure that that proposal is formal, that you edit it, that you make sure that all of the references are clear and vetted. We don't want Wikipedia down there. We don't want any other things. But maybe let me show you just one time, very quickly, how you could do an EasyBib. First, I go over to EasyBib, and you can see I'm logged into my EasyBib account, and I'm going to click Manual Cite. See that? Since I'm not sure exactly what my source is, perhaps, I can't do this auto cite. I'm going to fill in these boxes. When I manually cite something, I click that manual cite, then I'm going to do a source type, and I'm going to go to interview. It's not going to be found online. It's an interview I'm going to do in person. So we'll do this. And then but if it was an interview planned online through YouTube or something else, then I will cite that and fill in those, and I'll create the citation. But let's go back over here and look real quick at the home page for that citation bibliography I'm working on. Right here. So, if I want to do one by hand, I'm going to look down here for interview. And then I can fill this in by hand. And I'm going to be the interviewer or the interviewee. The interviewee would be Joe Smith or whatever his name is. And select a tab, the Choose Your Format. Fill in what you can, that's important. And you won't have the date yet because you haven't completed that interview yet for your project. But let's just fill in somebody's name here. Okay, so I filled in what I knew, which is the interview title, whenever it's going to happen during the next 6 weeks. He's the interviewee, and I don't have any of the rest of this information, so I'm going to create the citation and add it to my proposal, and you can see it still shows up. It's just going to need all that information later. So I know that after I do conduct the interview, after it is over, I'll come back here, I'll click Edit, and I'll fill in all the details for that particular interview, which is a research method. All right, so so it goes with the rest of your proposal, and you will then proofread the proposal, make sure it looks all formal and pretty, do a word count, and then submit that. And that is due on Sunday. And then we have spring break. So the rest of this week, I'm available to talk with you. The remainder of the week will be the time for you to submit the proposal and then have a wonderful, fabulous spring break. I will see you all after the break. These proposals will be graded during that time, so you can check in at any time you like and look over your graded proposal. That concludes this Hello, Hello, Hello. This is not a tutorial. Bye, everybody.